For a tail wheelie, place both arches over your back trucks. Bear down on the kicktail with your heels. Keep your hips centered over the back trucks. Arch your back and maintain balance with your arms and slowly coast forward.
Okay, the one-wheel tail wheelie is basically just like a normal tail wheelie. You can put your feet, your front foot doesn't really matter where it goes, but your back foot is pretty critical. It has to be over the back truck, almost on top of it, but the heel of your foot has to be basically on the tail. And you just basically lift up and put a lot of pressure on the side of your board and wheelie at the same time. A good tip on that is to have your trucks as tight as possible. Okay, a regular nose wheelie is placing both your front and back foot in a parallel stance on the front of the board. It's a lot like hanging 10 in surfing, and a good tip to this trick to hold your balance is to place both your arms as far out as possible for your balance. Okay, the one-footed nose wheelie is a lot like the two-footed nose wheelie, but you're only using one foot. And it takes a lot of balance, I think more than the two-footed one because you're on one foot. And another tip to this trick, just like the two-footed one, is to extend both arms for balance. Now that you've learned forward wheelies, you're ready for the backward wheelies.
Check and double check that your practice area is safe and that there are no loose rocks hanging around. It's the exact same bit as a forward wheelie, but the motion is reversed. Check it out.
Ready? 180, is that what we're doing? A 180-degree turn is basically half of a 360, and it's basically your first maneuver as in turning. And it's just half of a circle, and your back foot should be directly over your back tail of your board, and your front foot should be anywhere that feels comfortable. And basically just do a 180-degree turn is just turning your upper body and your legs falling through in the motion. Okay, this trick is an end over, which is a 180 maneuver on your skateboard. You place your front foot as far as possible on the front of your skateboard, and your back foot as far as back as possible, and you just pivot 180 degrees. 360s can be performed from any wheelie position.
To pull off a decent spin, you must remember to A, bend your knees and rotate your shoulder and arms in the direction of the spin, and B, center your body over the pivotal truck, keeping your upper body erect and your face forward. The shoulder rotation provides the surge of power needed to complete the 360, and body position provides the balance needed to stay afloat. Initially, it's a tall order to get past the 180 mark.
Okay, consecutive 360s are just like a normal 360, but it's just more spins on your skateboard. You can put your feet anywhere on the board where you feel more comfortable. Some people put them closer together or farther apart. I think basically you should start out with your feet farther apart and then move your front foot back so you'll spin faster, and also bring your arms in so you'll keep spinning. The nose wheelie 360 spin is a lot like the regular nose wheelie using 2 feet, but you're going into an arc circle, and it's good to use the upper portion of your body to wind up before any spin. It's really good to do this, using the upper portion of your body to get momentum going, and you kind of carve into it. And as you go around, you should bring your arms in, as in any kind of 360 spin, to get your momentum going faster and faster, but do it gradually. Okay, the nose wheelie is using both your feet together in a parallel stance, using the front part of your board turned around, and it's almost like a backwards tail wheelie with your feet parallel together, and you're going backwards. And like any wheelies, it's always good to extend your arms for balance. Okay, the one-footed nose wheelie is almost the same thing as the regular two-footed one, but then again, you're only using one foot, and any one-foot maneuvers take a lot more balance and a lot more practice. And like I've said again, just extend both arms and then hold out for balance. and it's basically just like a one-footed backward wheelie.
There's a whole slew of fancy footwork stunts used in freestyle. One of the upscale tricks is called the shove it. The board spins laterally below the skater's feet.
The 360 shove it is done by putting both feet on both ends of the board. With your board turned around, riding frontwards, it's much easier to do with your tail in front of you. And kind of wedge your back foot on the edge of the rail and squat down and thrust forward while the board goes underneath you into a 360 and land back on it.
Think of it as just an overblown 180. It's the same thing, just jump higher and thrust the board harder. The board will probably hit you in the shins the first few times, so wear your safety equipment and jump as high as you can.
To the freestyler, the ollie is a basic tool for board management. Center the heel of your back foot on the kicktail. Roll your front foot so that it's grabbing the nose of the board. When the time comes that you feel you can control the board like that, shoot the works and try these additional steps. The ollie, grab the nose, airwalk, replace the board, and land in your regular skating